Wow, this is really great. So this guy, Sam Sater, who you might know, you might not, he has a huge following here on YouTube and has been in media for a very long time, was on a show called Jubilee, called Surrounded, where he debated 20 different MAGA supporters. 20. 1 versus 20. Got a bunch of clips here. Let's go through them. So for this first clip, here is how Sam handles the question of what does Doge do? And what I want you to pay attention to is how the MAGA supporters responded or didn't.
What does Doge do to inhibit cost of living?
Yeah, absolutely. So what Doge is going to do, the Department of Government Efficiency, is slash a lot of the federal spending, right? So what happens when the feds...
What spending is going to get cut?
So I'm getting there. 1 second, sir. So what's going to happen is the Department of Government Efficiency is going to slash a lot of federal spending. What happens is the government, Republicans, Democrats alike, spend a bunch of money that, excuse my language, but it's nonsense, right? They spend it out here, they spend it out there.
Be more specific. Here or there, are you talking about cutting
for
defense? Because they're not going to cut defense.
Well, for example,
wait a second.
Well, no. Let me finish. Okay. $175 billion to Ukraine, first and foremost. That was a bunch of nonsense. So we're going to talk about that, but we also have a bunch of other things in the Defense Department, as well as a bunch of DEI departments.
Well, they're not touching, first of all, there are no DEI departments.
That's completely false.
Listen. Defense spending is not going to be touched by Doge.
Ron.
And when you talk about the government, what's the biggest expenditure government has?
Our military and Social Security are our top two.
And Medicare and Medicaid, right? Now, they're not going to touch the military. Are they going to cut Social Security?
You're asking me like I'm part of Doge.
No. Well, you're telling me that Doge is going to help everybody here. And I'm telling you, if they cut Social Security, everybody in here is going to get hit. Because these folks are going to have to pay for their parents because Social Security keeps 2/3 of our elderly out of poverty. So tell me what they're going to cut that's going to make it easier for Americans.
I already did.
What?
I told you the $175 billion that we've sent to Ukraine.
I mean, this is the thing with MAGA. You cannot, I mean, they have no facts. They have no facts to sit on. So they just go to their talking points. And when you easily take down their talking points, they've got nowhere to run to. And just so you're aware of how this works, Sam is surrounded by 20 different MAGA supporters, and they all race to go to the middle of this chair where they can debate him on a topic of his choosing. And he has 20 minutes for each topic, and as it's going, they raise flags that they think that the person who is up there is not doing a good job. And if there's a majority raised, then that person has to go down. So that's why you're seeing those red flags. So just wanted to give you that quick kind of intro to how the series works. And then here is more of MAGA trying to defend how Trump and Musk are going to lower prices for the working class.
Trump's policies make the rich richer and the working class poorer.
Trump is going to do great things with oil and let us drill, and what that actually does for the economy.
Like I say, we are producing more oil in this country than any country in the history of the world.
What executive order did Biden just sign to have to do with offshore drilling in the East Coast?
He stopped it.
Yeah. Really dumb idea. We're about to begin a new...
Well, so you want to go beyond even the record-breaking thing?
Yes, I want to become energy independent. Climate? And that lowers inflation.
We're going to sell this oil.
Better.
We don't use the oil. We sell it. We sell
getting
it.
money in the pockets of American citizens.
We sell it. Well, how is that oil getting to the pocket of American citizens?
Because when you lower the prices of oil, that lowers the prices of all products.
I understand that the inflationary prices effect of energy. But the fact of the matter is, they're just going to sell it.
Yeah, we're going to
sell it.
Yeah, so we're going to.
You want to produce even more oil than we are now.
Yes.
And you don't think climate change is going to impact? No. You don't believe in climate change?
Well, that's a whole nother discussion, but no.
Well, I mean, it's sort of the same discussion.
Yeah, no, I believe that climate change is, well, there's obviously an element of climate change that is partially true, but raising the man-made raising temperatures by 1 to 2 degrees Celsius in the next 150 years isn't necessarily a detriment to society. Human beings.
You don't think so?
No, human beings are very good at innovation, and we can build seawalls, and we can create carbon
technology. What kind of seawall are you going to build for Miami?
Fantastic. Here is Sam Sater saying that Trump's attacks on DEI are actually just a Trojan horse for corporations to get more power, which is a smart argument. Let's see how they handle it.
Trump's attack on DEI hides his real goal, which is to give corporations more power.
DEI essentially provides tax cuts. For the end of the year, when you create your tax returns, they give you a tax credit for hiring someone who is black or a person of color.
We're talking about government agencies that do not get tax cuts. They don't. Government agencies.
They don't.
No,
Yes, they do. They absolutely do.
I'm talking about
Every
parts of-
private and public sector gets tax cuts when you hire a person of color.
Government agencies don't pay taxes. Government agencies operate on, are funded by the government.
That is not true. That is not true. And you know what? I think the whole juxtapose of this entire conversation.
What month is this?
This is January.
Okay, so we can agree on that. The FDA does not pay taxes. It does not get a tax cut because it doesn't pay taxes. DEIA forces them as an agency to say, if you have a job opening, you must do your best efforts to make sure that every
I like that.
part
I love
of
me a
society.
buzzword. You must do your best effort. I love that buzzword.
Okay,
Because you
pause.
feel like you have to. You're pressured
Pause.
to.
Yes.
You shouldn't be pressured to hire someone based on skin color.
No, not to hire someone on skin color, but put up notice about that the job exists. Make sure that you put it in different communities so that you have as wide an application pool as possible.
And therefore you get
All
tax
right.
cuts.
This moment right here is where Sam died inside, right there. You can just see him go, God help our country. This is just, I have never heard that before. Government agencies getting tax cuts. That is a new one. And here is this final one. It is a doozy. I saved the best of the worst for last, where this young woman wonders why it's wrong to be xenophobic and have white nationalism.
What's the problem with xenophobic nationalism? Don't you think that's better for Americans in general?
To be xenophobic
Yes.
nationalism is better.
We should have a coherent culture. Everyone should be a part of the same culture. We should have assimilation.
Which, do you get to choose what the culture is?
We already have a dominant culture
What is the
based
dominant
on
culture?
European and Christian values and identity. That is the dominant culture.
White
It's
Christian-
rooted in European identity.
White. So your argument is
That
that
has been the
it's-
dominant culture.
Just to be
and
clear,
we're not letting people assimilate to that. We're saying you
Your-
should keep your culture, and this is why our culture's so divided.
your argument is that Trump is good for those who want a dominant white European culture.
I mean, that is what America is. It's rooted in European identity and Christian values. That's what it has been. Would you really disagree with that? What is it then, if that's not the identity of America?
Well, I think the identity of
For the
America.
majority of time, America's been a country. You don't think that's been the identity?
Well, actually, no. I think actually the identity of America has been, for better or for worse, a melting pot in that regard.
Yeah, maybe since like the 1960s. Even then, even we had this idea of a melting pot literally means assimilation too. It means melting. It means you're assimilating to the dominant
But,
culture. Is that not
well,
what melting
no,
means?
No, it doesn't
and
mean
now
that
instead
you're
we're saying
assimilating
there's something
to
wrong
the
with
dominant
xenophobia.
culture. No, I mean, look, I got to be honest with you. You and I have a fundamental disagreement. We will never see eye to eye on this. It's a choice, and people. I think what you're expressing, though, is really what the Trump movement at its heart is about. And I think that's problematic.
I disagree. I don't think Trump's anywhere close to being a Christian nationalist. That's ridiculous. Trump's basically a Democrat from 15 years ago when it comes to social
So you
issues.
don't think that he's conservative enough for you?
Oh, definitely. Nowhere close. No.
He's not xenophobic enough for you?
No, he's trying to import a bunch of H-1Bs. Are you kidding?
Right. Oh, so you want to get them out too? Yeah. No, I mean, I think you're making my argument for me.
So like I said, it's a really great piece of content. It's on this here it is, this channel called Jubilee right here on YouTube. I would check it out. This is not sponsored or anything. I just think it's a really great way to show the ways in which MAGA has been brainwashed and how easy it is to actually debate these people if you're just willing to listen and give them some facts. So I would recommend giving it a watch. Thanks for watching me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.